in the first 2 quarters. Now Mike Sanders off the mark. Ewing outlet to Johnny Starks, who really hit some big baskets down the stretch for New York. Knocks that down. Andy is fouled. The Knicks winning again at home, 91-83. Here's the line on the center matchup. Ewing outscoring Doherty 30-10. The Cavs with a season-low 32 points in the first half. The Knicks have won 15 in a row at home at 32-4. That is the best home mark in pro basketball.
Patrick Ewing, he was the player of the month in March. Terrific numbers. He's had a great season.
He's had a great season, and Eric, he may just be the player of the year. He might be the MVP of this league, and I wouldn't argue with the decision if it was made in that direction.
Down. They did beat Cleveland in New York last night, 91-83. Let's meet the Knickerbocker starters. The public address announcer here at the arena, Mike Biamonte.
And now tonight's starting lineup for the Knicks. At forward, number 34, 6'9", from Virginia Union, Charles Oakley. At forward, number 54, 6'10", from Pittsburgh, Charles Smith. At center, number 33, 7 foot from Georgetown, Patrick Ewing. At guard, number 3, 6'5", from Oklahoma State, John Starks. And at guard, number 25, 6'4", from Marquette, Doc Rivers. The head coach of the Knicks is Pat Riley. His assistant coaches are Dick Harder and Jeff Van Gundy. The trainer, Mike Saunders and Tim Walsh. And now, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's starting lineup for your Miami Heat. At forward, number 41, 6'8", from Michigan, Glenn Rice. At forward, number 43, 6'9", from Eastern Michigan, Grant Long. At center, number 4, 6'11½", from Syracuse, Ronnie Cycli. At guard, number 20, 6'6", from UC Santa Barbara, Brian Shaw. And at guard, number 3, 6'8", from Michigan State, Steve Smith.
To pull the trigger. Ewing was. That's his first hit, and the Knicks lead it by 3.
Very good poise by the Knicks. After Ewing was doubled, the ball got swung and got back in his hands for a high percentage shot.
Ewing had an excellent game against the Cleveland Cavaliers last night. Here's Rice rolling it in. And Rice, he goes in the lane for his first 2.
And Rice getting a nice screen on the weak side.
A 3 for Starks. Long rebound to Ewing. Another 3 for Starks. No
this
change.
guy has no conscience, Eric, and that's a good quality in John Starks. Not a high percentage shooter, but he'll knock it down in crunch time.
Averaging 17 points a game. Smith with a careless pass. The Knicks up 4. Starks running all the way for the flag. What a shot. 5 in a row for John Starks and a 6-point lead for New York. John Starks has started the last 30 games for New York, and his numbers have risen dramatically.
Not only is he a good scorer, but an excellent defender as well.
Steve Smith flipping in the short hook, and the Heat trail by 4. Just over 3 minutes into our game. Ewing got fouled, also hit the shot.
Tough shot by Patrick Ewing, but great body control.
Oakley averages 8 rebounds a game.
Very tough down here, Anthony Mason. Extremely strong, Eric. Just powers his way.
That looks like it's going to be a tough battle for Glenn Rice to win defensively. Here's Shaw blowing past his man. Cycling. 14-10, New York leading by 4. 7:05 left here in the first quarter. Mason doubled out to Oakley. That's a shot you want to see Charles Oakley take. Patrick Ewing dribbling in, out to Rivers. Sets for three, and gets the three. Doc Rivers with his 25th made three this season. The former Atlanta Hawk and LA Clipper with his first hoop tonight. And it puts the Knicks ahead again by one.
Kevin Lockery feels the Knicks are a team that can be pressured, Eric.
Grant Long.
Knocked up there.
Anthony Mason, look at this guy go.
Anthony Mason was a point guard at one time in his young career, Eric.
There's Tony Campbell who can... Doc Rivers, another three. So Glenn Doc Rivers has buried a couple of threes here in the first quarter. He averages just 7 points a game, and he already has 6 assists. Steve Smith in traffic, blocked by Ewing, and picked up by Ewing.
Again, that's terrific defense, Eric. The player defending the ball plays him tough, and the other players all help in the basket area, particularly Ewing.
Here's a tough test for Harold Miner on the defensive end. The rookie guards John Starks. Campbell hitting the jumper. 6. Starks throws a three up and gets it. Well, the threes have been falling for the
NBA players, as skilled as they are, make those kinds of plays. Grant Long never stops.
Here's Starks, another three, and he hits it. John Starks.
You must play him. Harold Miner playing off Starks. He'll shoot those forever.
Anthony Mason, the power game. Yes, and a foul. Cycling back into the game for Geiger. Rice runs into Oakley. And Mason grabs the rebound. The Knicks helping out everywhere. Look at Mason, dealing it for Campbell. That is very nicely done. And the Knicks have opened it up to a 15-point lead. An 8-0 run for New York. Going at the top. Big rebound. And finish for Harold Miner.
Harold Miner having a tough time getting a shot. He just went up and got his own.
Well, Miner ends the 8-0 Knick run. New York's lead is 13. Tony Campbell from 20. Oakley with the offensive putback. Well, too many second chances for a team that doesn't need more second chances. Miner, yes, and a foul. Harold Miner exploding to the rim.
Strong drive, Harold Miner.
34. The Knicks on top with 3:42 left in the half. Good deflection by Miner because Doc Rivers was all alone left wing.
Good hands by Harold Miner. Kept the ball from being reversed the second notch. Oh, boy. Mason.
Wide open.
Right,
Easy
himself.
bank job. Anthony Mason with 9 points here in the first half. He also has 7 rebounds. And the Knicks have ballooned their lead again to 15. Oakley guarding Smith. Got it. Just the second hoop for Steve Smith. 2 for 8 shooting so far for Smith.
The Heat, except for that little flurry by Grant Long, are not getting to the basket area. That's critical. Oh,
that's flipped by Ewing.
Yes.
And Oakley taking Smith underneath. That's a difficult matchup for Miami. 6 points for Charles Oakley. He also has 6 rebounds. Smith by Oakley. Miner rams it through the rebound. Miner on the catch. Couldn't finish it though.
That's great defense by the Knicks. Tony Campbell came back to bother the shot. Harold Miner couldn't slam it.
The Knicks hustling back in transition defense. They don't like to give up layups.
Strong man.
Mason with a hook. Anthony Mason has been dialing baskets with regularity here in the pulls the trigger. Anthony Mason with another rebound and putback. And the offensive rebounds have been hazardous to Miami's health. Final seconds of the first half. Doc Rivers from the corner. And the Knicks now lead it by 22. Well, the Heat have dug themselves a large hole to dig out of in the second half.
To go with it.
Miner beats the clock and hits. Harold Miner.
Ewing's direction. Oh, that's a nice cut.
Off the screen, Charles Smith with the easy slam dunk. He's got 7 points. A 20-point lead for New York. First minute with a long ball. Ewing over Cycli. Tough shot. Patrick Ewing with 6 points. The player of the month in March. And as Jack Ramsey said, an MVP candidate this year.
For sure. He's really led this team.
Smith off the back iron.
Big rebound.
Patrick Ewing. 9 points for Ewing. He also has a dozen rebounds. 21-point lead for the Knicks. Here's Smith. And grabbing the rebound. Great Long. Oh, what a hard foul, but a great drive for Long. And that is a flagrant foul on the Knicks, on Charles Smith. Something special is ahead here at the arena. Ewing with a fake and the block, but a foul. It moved by Cycli, but a block by Ewing. And they're calling it even, aren't they? Cycli blocks Ewing one end, and Ewing does the same down the other.
I thought this looked like a pretty good block, too. Maybe I'm not getting a good view of these. That seemed right on the ball. Let's take another look at it. Cycli on a good spin. Can't be better on the ball than that.
Trailed by as many as 23, have it down to 16, and make it 18 as Patrick Ewing dumps in his third field goal of the third quarter. Ewing with a dozen. Rice gets it to drop. Glenn Rice just 6 points tonight. The Heat need his fuse to get lit.
The Heat are coming alive. Tough team to beat once you're behind by 20.
Charles Smith after Rivers. Starks for 3. Bullseye. John Starks having a big night. He's dialed 1 before shooting several times and has 4 threes to show for it. Patrick Ewing brings the rebound down and is... Well, Grant Long got hit with the elbow by Ewing.
They take the shot, which comes up short. Ewing with the rebound. Turns away from the defenders, but does catch Grant Long. Flush on the jaw.
You can feel this one from your living room couch.
Bingo. I don't think that was Ewing's intent, but intent or not, he hit Grant Long a pretty good.
Guarding Steve Smith. Tipped in by Rice. So Glenn Rice has been a factor on the backboard more than in the scorebook. Has 8 points, 7 rebounds. And the Heat are within 16. Starks for Smith.
Oh, that's a nice pass.
Yes, and a foul.
And a great finish by Charles Smith.
Foul is on Keith Haskins.
Number 2, Keith Haskins, his first team spurs.
This defense, I'll tell you.
Rivers with a steal, and Steve Smith grabbed his arm and held him. In to make sure nothing comes of it. Third foul on Steve Smith.
Team foul number 4.
So Smith,
It's hard to put a dent in this lead. Knicks playing very, very well.
and the Heat double teaming Ewing aggressively and fouling Ewing. And Anthony Mason over to give Steve Smith a piece of his mind.
At the line, Patrick Ewing.
And Patrick Ewing making his feelings well known. Ewing tonight, 13 points and 14 rebounds. And things getting very chippy here at the arena. Brian Shaw and Charles Smith getting tangled up. Technical foul on both players. 40 to play, third period. Rice for three. Got it! Well, Glenn Rice is fired up. 11 points. Here Starks trying to answer with a three. And a long rebound to Steve Smith and a foul inside. As Steve Smith tried to come out with a basketball, Ted Bernhardt blew his whistle and calls a foul.
Keith Askins.
A double foul. Keith Askins hit with one. And I'm not sure which Nick.
Let's see this action. There's all kinds of action going on, Eric. Many teams as strong as the Knicks.
Patrick Ewing bottling up cycling, hitting their season percentage. The Heat continue to double team Patrick Ewing, and Askins and Ewing have squared off right in front of us.
The peacemakers have intervened. John Starks being very much a peacemaker.
Well, you could see this building. Keith Askins going down, doubling Ewing hard, and Ewing didn't like it a bit. Well, you want.
There's the ball into Ewing. The ball comes out. Ewing fends off, but it's Keith Askins that he goes after. Keith Askins came down with a hard double team.
Rice tried to break it up, and Ewing nearly swung at him. Well, the Heat triple teamed Patrick Ewing when he received the basketball. You might remember a few moments ago when Steve Smith doubled down, he raked Ewing across the head. This time, Patrick blew a fuse.
They didn't eject anybody.
And they certainly got this Miami Arena crowd back into things. They have been out of their seats since the altercation.
Doc Rivers with the word to Patrick Ewing. Keep your cool, Patrick. Patrick nods in agreement.
It'll be interesting to see where we go from here. A 17-point lead for the Knicks. A minute 57 to play in the third quarter. The Heat showing some guts. They haven't backed down a bit.
Oh, that's great play. That's a walk ball.
Good call.
Excellent execution, but Patrick Ewing needed to dribble. Watch the play. Ewing comes over to set the screen, and before the screen is made, he slips to the basket. Keith Askins came over to block that shot incidentally.
Doc Rivers just knocked Steve Smith down, and Rivers called for the foul. My, oh my, have things gotten interesting here. The Heat still trail by 17, but you'd never know it.
I like the intensity, and so does Kevin Lockery. Let's watch this play. At the side court.
A technical foul was also assessed against the Knicks. Steve Smith rolls in the first. Doc Rivers may have just been tossed out of this game.
Yes,
Ted Bernhardt has tossed Doc Rivers from the ball game.
Well, it had to be something Doc said. Doc's usually a mild-mannered guy, although he's gotten into a couple of fracases of late.
Doc Rivers looks a tad bit shocked. Steve Smith gets both his free throws to drop.
Well, this is the kind of thing that can draw a team back in the game, Eric. Heat are going to get 2 more free throws from Steve Smith, a very reliable free throw shooter, and Pat Riley brings Rolando Blackman into the game. That makes John Starks the point guard. Talking with Dick Harder before the game, he said, you know, when John Starks is a point guard, it kind of settles down his entire game.
That's interesting. Minute 35 left. The Heat trail by 15. We're still in the third quarter. And Brian Shaw, riding the hip of Starks, called for the foul. Second on Shaw. The Heat are over the limit. And a technical foul on John Starks.
No, I think it's on Brian Shaw. Brian Shaw applauding the call, the foul on him. And I thought that's what the official had reacted to.
Steve Smith, 9 for 12 at the free throw line. And the Knicks trying to circle their wagons. They are snapping a little bit here at Miami Arena. And Riley looking cool, calm, and collected, however.
Yeah, Pat keeps his composure. He's the captain of the ship.
Now John Starks will shoot two. John Starks, who played at 4 different colleges in 4 years, finished up under Leonard Hamilton, the current University of Miami coach out at Oklahoma State.
You gotta like this kid, Eric. Took all the hard way to get wherever he was going, whatever his goals were.
Blackman for 3. That hurts. Rolando Blackman with 5 points tonight. That is 26th tray this year. And it opens it back up to 19 points for the Knicks lead. And Shaw hits the reverse.
Good pass by Steve Smith.
Minor tipping it over to Blackman. And Geiger call for the foul. Full shot clock for the Knicks. And a travel on John Starks. That's an excellent call by Jack Nees. Starks saw Smith come over to set the screen, and he did drag his pivot foot. The Heat down by 14. A chance to get a little bit closer. Under 9 minutes left. Here's Coles on the drive, and pull up, won't count. Offensive foul on Ben. Knicks break the Miami press, and Haskins with a foul on Anthony Mason, who asked for another flagrant foul.
Oh, now that's not a flagrant foul either.
That's taking it a little overboard.
No, that wasn't a
Foul on Haskins, his 5th foul tonight. 8:43 left in the 4th quarter. New York with the ball and leading by 15. Charles Smith, good up fake. A travel. Lead for the Knicks. Geiger knocked it away. Couldn't save it in. And Geiger
to make the save. You see him on the line there.
into the popcorn and soda. Ewing. Done.
Soft touch.
17 for Patrick Ewing tonight. Goes nicely to 16 rebounds. Smith for 3. Long rebound to Haskins. Geiger takes on Ewing. First field goal for Matt Geiger, the rookie.
Nice power play by Matt Geiger. Took it right into Ewing. Reduced the chance of the block.
The Heat waiting for that one big run. Foul by Smith. 3 closes it down to 101-89. Campbell to Smith. Smith again. And another hard foul inside by either Haskins or Geiger. It'll be Haskins, and he fouls out. Ewing double team, and Geiger wraps him up.
Another satisfied with the lead or too complacent with it.
Offensive foul against, but they pumped it back up. Ewing blocked by Cycli, and a foul on Ronnie Cycli. That's his 4th. 5. Campbell from the corner. That's a big shot for Tony Campbell in New York. Campbell. Patrick Ewing showing his power and his finesse all at once. Now been a monster night for Ewing, most of it in the second half. 26 points, 19 rebounds. 15-point New York lead. And Cycli cannot buy one.
2 minutes left in the game.
Here's Blackman for Smith.
That's a nice pass by Blackman. Typical of the unselfish play that the Knicks have demonstrated throughout the game.
Now the Knicks now putting the icing on what was a very consecutive 50-win seasons for the Knicks for the first time since 68, 69, and 70. Here's Rolando Blackman, the hired gun from Dallas. Blackman with 10 points tonight. The 4-time All-Star could be a guy to watch come playoff time.
I don't think any question about that, Eric.
Ewing down with another rebound. Ewing with 26 points, 22 boards. Well, Pat Riley going to be pleased with the win. He may be a little upset that his team lost its cool in the 3rd quarter, but the Knicks prevail anyway. They win it 123-107, and Miami's 12-game home court winning streak now a pleasant piece of history.
Well, credit the Knicks. Did a terrific defensive job as usual, and I like their offense as well. Heat came back strong, but not enough.
And the Knicks walk off with a 16-point Miami Arena win.
The other official. The Knicks with the basketball at 50-20, and as Hubie mentioned, the first time in 2 decades they have reached the 50-win plateau back-to-back. Starks quickly down court. Good look inside to Charles Smith.
Yeah,
Bear hug David Robinson as the shot clock's at 5. Avery Johnson does a good job getting it down low, but it's slapped away.
now there were 3 blue shirts right on top of David Robinson.
Starks for 3, and he drains it.
You go to the top of them, even if Oakley plays it. Oh, my.
And Starks breaks their back with his second 3. They got from David Robinson.
Nice.
Nice look inside, and Charles Smith with only his second field goal of the evening.
Knicks are quick in transition. This team that they have on the floor right tonight or what?
Well, I tell you, Doc Rivers gets free from Avery Johnson. Mason inside. Smith battling Antoine Carr. Roe Blackman. Nothing but net.
You cannot lose your concentration in this kind of a game.
Knicks by 4, Knicks by 6.
Because that's what happened.
Smith and Ewing going at it. Ewing, great look inside to Anthony Mason.
See,
Plus signing Rick Mahorn.
But then they never would have gone out and picked up Charles Smith or Doc Rivers.
Ewing continues to light it up after. Boy, Anthony Mason just cut off the baseline. Excellent defense by the blue jerseys. Robinson giving him a lot of room. Carr now guarding Patrick Ewing, who wants the ball and has it. The big step, the high.
Wow.
What a shot.
Wow. Oh,
my goodness.
What a major step. It would be love to go out there and measure the distance of that step.
5 for 7 from the floor for Patrick Ewing. He has 13 points, all coming in this quarter.
Now you must hustle back because the Knicks will have 4 seconds difference here.
Elliott, the big step, rejected by Patrick Ewing. And the Knicks have a chance for one final shot.
Plenty of time.
Starks got it at the buzzer. Starks hitting the 2 at the buzzer, and the Knicks have a 13-point advantage at halftime.
The Knicks deserve what they have here right now. This major advantage with the second half.
Ellis looking for some type of opening. A great double team by Oakley and Starks. John Starks takes a bump from Ellis, goes down hard, but he completes it.
No team traps the pick and roll better than the New York Knicks.
Robinson on top, looking down deep for Ellis. Johnson, nice pass.
Beautiful, beautiful pass.
In all 5 games they have won. Robinson, it goes.
Look at Starks playing that pass.
Ellis for 3. Dale Ellis. Smith steals it away. The Knicks lead it by 8.
They get one now.
Elliott.
Yes.
Make it 5. Quickly to Elliott. To the hole. Pick it back out.
Oh, go inside. You have Avery Johnson on the other side.
Oh. Smith over the hand of David Robinson.
7th in the league.
David again. 8 straight trips, but they get the rebound. Ellis for 2.
Well, see, they have a strategy. We'll miss the second and make it 2. There you go.
Elliott gets a step off the glass. That Spurs 28-7 here in Hemisphere Arena. Elliott 5 for 5 in the quarter.
Roe Blackman right up in there challenging.
Starks for 3. Bottoms it out.
And for him, he was at 4 different colleges.
And Elliott, you make up Toothful with toughness and intensity. Speaking of toughness, how about Doc Rivers taking it strong to the hole? He has 11 for the ball game. To the pack.
3 on 3. Oh, great.
Oh, my.
Yes. Once again. Avery afterburners really blowing down there.
New York is led by as many as 13 in the contest. Nice matchup. Patrick wins that battle.
That was a terrific move by Ewing. Plenty of time.
Shot clock at 5. Robinson dribbled it off his foot. 2-on-1 starts Johnson.
Nice pass.
All the way, Doc.
And when you think of the front line that they have.
Pretty shot. Johnson from the outside. And the Southern Star drops down his 5th of the quarter. 16. You're smiling. You like that.
It's today his birthday. I mean, whatever it is, I'm happy for him because he plays so hard every night. Ron, 5-year guy, and he was a free agent. He had to hustle to make this thing.
Doesn't have a contract for next year. That man does have a contract. Rope. Double team a little small guy. He'll say jump shooter open, and Doc Rivers drains the 3.
Doc is having a great year in threes. It's 20.
Faces up, the jumper. David Robinson can't hit from the stripe, but he hits from the outside. The Spurs lead it by 5.
Lucas, Sean Elliott on Starks.
Patrick Ewing throws it away. San Antonio has the basketball. Wait a minute.
Oh, he
Ron Alicia changed the ball.
I'll tell you what happened. He had a good angle on that, but Eddie Rush is calling the 4 years in a row. He averaged over 25 points a game.
6-point advantage for the Spurs.
Uh-oh.
I saw a bunch of beef
Knicks
coming
catch
down.
a break there. The Knicks really catch a break. Great pass.
Inside the basket and the foul.
Beautiful pass by Anthony Mason. Game. See, so you cannot double team with the passer. Oh, what a move. Fumbled the ball, lost the ball, regrouped it. Patrick Ewing could not challenge the shot.
Nearing 1 minute. Rivers over Johnson. Rolls it around. What a shot by Doc Rivers.
Well, he's saying, hey, I can shoot over the top of this guy. Plus, he's having a great night.
Doc at 6'4", Avery Johnson at 5'11".
They're bringing David again to the ball. Same strategy. They're milking this to death. See, Rivers must be very careful.
David.
The old story. Don't foul. Make the guy shoot it over you.
The lead of San Antonio is 1. We are tied as Patrick Ewing 11 of 12 from the line. We still have 35 seconds. Let's see what San Antonio does, working the shot clock.
And you can't wait all day to start, fellas. We're inside of 12 seconds.
Carr from 20 doesn't get it. Rebound. The Knicks have it with 15 left. And up at 95. Now Robinson is playing with 5. Ewing is playing with 5. Also with 5 fouls, Antoine Carr and J.R. Reed for the Spurs. Charles Oakley has 5 for New York, and John Starks has 4 for the Knicks.
Let's get busy.
Spurs will go with Avery Johnson, Antoine Carr, Sean Elliott, Dale Ellis, and the Admiral. Rivers, Ewing, Oakley, Mason,
major mess up.
And it ends up in a 2 by Dale Ellis.
That was a great call by Ellis. The Knicks had no idea who was guarding Ellis.
Kicking it out to Ewing way out front. Ewing the follow line baseline. Oh my, what a move.
See, there's nothing you can do with that because he neutralizes you by jumping into your chest, and as you fall back, he elevates for the shot.
Ellis for 3, doesn't get it. Rebound. Robinson takes a swipe at it. We are tied at 97.
Knicks doing a great job on their defensive board.
Inside, Mason got position rather handily on Dale Ellis.
Oh, they're going to wear Ellis out right now. See, Lucas is going to make a move. He's going to J.R. Reed right now. You must do that. No way can Dale Ellis play Mason down inside. Too big, too strong, too quick.
Avery Johnson to Elliott. Shot clock inside of 10.
Remember what I told you about Mason? He can defend, see? Look at the hustle here. Look at the hustle. Always pick up the ball. Get it up now. Shoot it.
Oh, wait a minute. No basket.
No basket. Oh, my.
That would have been a 3.
A 3? Give him a 4 plus.
Yeah.
That's a 4.5 at least.
And that was close, too. That was awfully close.
Oh, we're talking. He had to be major steps behind the NBA 3.
Knicks with a 2-point advantage.
See, right now, J.R. Reed on Mason. Just put Mason down on the floor, coming to the ball.
Starks for 3. He's got it.
They're tough. They're tough. You cannot fall asleep. Now remember, when was the last time we even mentioned Starks' name in a field goal?
Knicks up by 3. The difference, the John Starks 3-pointer.
See, right now, Oakley keeps staying up high above the foul line, so David Robinson cannot help on any action down inside.
Oh, John Starks with
It's Ellen.
Shot clock at 6. Elliott has it taken away by Doc Rivers, and we're going to jump it up. But no, one official said jump ball. Another said Doc Rivers called a timeout, and it will be a timeout by the Knicks. 51 wins for the New York Knicks this year, 19-16 on the road as they win a tough-fought battle tonight. This is a very tough basketball team, the Knicks. They win it. The final again, 108-103. Now let's go to our studios in Atlanta with Ernie Johnson.